got rain gear, I got a go bag that's got my chaff or my harness for the weed trimmer, so I don't always have to dig one out. Down here, got my chainsaw, a 2.5 ton come along, the bar for the come along, and a 20-foot chain on the front of the truck because I've actually been stuck in driveways 2 feet off a piece of concrete, and it's kind of embarrassing. Your coworkers kind of get you on that. Axe, saw, shovel. This is the main line that comes off the pump that we have. We have a 3.5 gallon pump that's on a switch for either filling backpacks or a Kubota or an ATV or something like that. We picked up one of these last year for washing bottles on a garden hose or my pressure. Jam it into a bottle, makes the bottle ineligible to use again, rinses it out right into your backpack, works out really well. Backpack sprayer, so I typically use steels. I like the steels because they can, there's a lot of metal and steel on that can actually be fabricated. So I've come in and actually moved these handles in and lengthened them because when they come out of the box, you're like hooking little old ladies and trees and stuff. So when you're in the brush, this fits right on front of you. This is a Forest Products aftermarket, which is really nice because this is roughly 50 pounds full, and so this rides all that weight here versus all the weight on the middle of your back. That's my secondary. This is my primary backpack that I use most of the time. It has 2 pumps on it with a double siphon, and this quick release here is for putting on an electric pump. I got a leather pouch. I put a 9-volt battery on it, and I can do this, but I have to have somebody rearm me because I can go through. I've only ever used it once on a big shoot. Worked out really well. Again, Forest Products. I was working on my handle. There's sometimes I might be in the woods. I may not have my machete with me, and I may not have this on me, and I need to cut myself out of a mess because there's been multiple times I've been totally encased with blackberries and I've had to cut myself out. So that works out really well.
So that's a knife? Wow.
I typically try to have every type of chemical, aquatic, terrestrial, broadleaf, bronc, scythe, whatever the case may be, because I never know what my situation is. I never want to get to a site where I've spent time and energy and money to get there and to find out I don't have the right stuff. I gotta have the right stuff. So then we're gonna get into machetes. So there'll be a couple of themes here. Keeping your hands clear so you can do more work. How many here have pulled garlic mustard using a garbage bag? How do you get it in? Fight? No. Get a small garbage can, put a strap on you so you can actually pull and bend, drop a bag, pull and bend. Keep it going. Same thing with the machetes. I find people flimsy string, or they put it in their back pocket, or they hold it. Well, now both your hands, how are you supposed to move something away? You're fumbling around. So I had this made up so I can go out in the field with water on site. So you always got to make sure you have water with you, because if you're working really hard, where's your water? Is it dinging around here? Is it back in the truck? Why don't you have water on you when you're out in the field? So when you're out, again, 2 hands, so I can go out, grab, this is a hook for doing like ivy or clematis or blackberry, where you can hook and pull down. And you get to a point where you can actually flip this down and drop it. Now your hands are clear again. So you got things going on. These are the gloves we use for doing blackberries. These are anti-cut. These are welder gloves. Usually we're doing blackberry prep, it's wet. Reusable zip ties off of tree protectors. Zip tie your gloves to you so you're not constantly wasting time pulling your gloves back on. Your hands are clear. Now after a while you can get this dialed in where you can just go like this and drop it in. These machete, I like these here because of the knuckle guard, but your center of gravity is way out here. So I put this counterweight on that. So now your center of gravity is here. So where you're taking 4 to 5 cuts, 2 to 3 to cuts. But then it starts putting a lot of wear on your wrist. So I had these made up, and then I don't roll my wrist as much. Plus you got more PPE, all PPE, PPE, PP canvas, keep the stuff safe. Put this on for doing blackberry control. And I was starting to get messed up back here and in the face, so I had threw this together. So this is my chainmail helmet. I'm a sight, but I get the job done. I'm in, I'm out. I've raced other people. I've had 2 people arrest, 1 person over here with a machete and 1 person over here with a string trimmer. They're not even part of the equation. They don't get nowhere by the time I can punch in and go around my coworker and come back out before they make, because you're constantly, because there's not the weight. So that's it for that. We're gonna move down here. We're gonna move down here to the Kubota really quick. So I can run 2 chemicals. This tank goes onto the back of my Kubota, so I don't have to come back to a site. So I can run that tank here, lose it, run 100 gallons of trike if I need to be. I got 350 feet of hose here. Modified remote. Old antenna, old aerial off of this. I can be down in a valley, have that on a hillside, and if I need to pull myself up the hillside, this will aid me in doing that. Valve configuration where I can use these pumps to draw water out of my Kubota if I don't. If you try to use that pump to fill this, it's 20 minutes. You turn this on, you pump it out of that, it takes it down to about 12. If we get into this, I can fill that in 2.5 minutes with this pump and apparatus. And when you guys have more time at the end, because I just got the 2-minute warning, we can talk about my pump configuration here and how I went from working Leichner landfill, 126 acres. I did it, usually it took me 7.5 days, and we knocked it down to 4.5 days. Thank you. And then I got the ATV for those mediocre jobs.
Well, I guess I got a tough act to follow here.